Picture this. You've just landed in the UK, ready for the trip of a lifetime. You're thinking about the historic castles, the bustling London streets, maybe the serene Scottish Highlands. The last thing on your mind is getting sick or injured. And hey, even if you do, the UK has the famous NHS, the National Health Service. It's free, right? That's a common belief, but it's a dangerously expensive misunderstanding. Let's talk about a tourist. Let's call him Alex. He was full of excitement, strolling down a charming old cobblestone street. One misplaced step, a simple slip, and he found himself in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. The care he received was incredible, fast, professional, and efficient. But just a few hours later, that feeling of relief turned into absolute shock. The bill, for what seemed like a minor incident, had already climbed into the thousands of pounds. Alex had no travel insurance. This isn't just a story. It's a harsh reality for many visitors who come to the UK unprepared. So why isn't the NHS free for tourists? It's a point of national pride in the UK, but it's a system funded by the taxes and national insurance contributions of people who live here. The UK government is crystal clear on this. The NHS is a residency-based healthcare system. If you're just visiting, you haven't paid into that system. Therefore, unless you're from a country with a specific reciprocal healthcare agreement or meet some very narrow exemptions, you are expected to pay for any hospital treatment you receive. Let's break down what this really means in an emergency. Imagine you're on your holiday and you suddenly get a sharp, terrifying pain in your chest. You call for an ambulance. That call itself might come with a charge. When you get to the accident and emergency department, or A&E, they will absolutely give you immediate life-saving treatment. The NHS will never refuse emergency care based on your ability to pay. But, and this is the crucial part, an invoice is being generated from the moment you arrive. That initial consultation, the diagnostic tests like an ECG or blood work, every single element has a price tag. And for non-UK residents, these charges are often calculated at 150% of the standard NHS national tariff. This is to ensure that UK taxpayers aren't footing the bill. So, a single visit to A&E, even for something that turns out not to be serious, can quickly escalate to over £1,000. And that's before any significant treatment has even started. Now, let's consider a more serious scenario. You're traveling and you get a sudden, severe case of appendicitis. This isn't something that can wait. It requires emergency surgery. First, there's the consultation with a surgeon, which has its own fee, then the surgery itself. When you factor in the cost of the operating theater, the surgical team, the anesthetist, the equipment, that alone can run into tens of thousands of pounds. And it doesn't stop there. After the surgery, you need to recover. You'll need a hospital bed. A single night in an intensive care unit, if your condition is critical, can cost over £20,000. Even a bed on a general ward can cost thousands of pounds per day. Then come the costs of medicines. Every prescription, every bandage, every single foredrip is itemized and added to your growing bill. The financial stress in a situation like this is immense. Instead of being able to focus purely on your recovery, you're watching a bill climb to a life-altering amount. We're talking about a debt that can follow you back to your home country. And here's another critical point. Failing to pay a significant NHS debt of over £500 can result in you being denied future entry to the UK. Your dream holiday could literally get you banned from coming back. Let's paint a clearer picture. Imagine a family on vacation. Their young child develops a severe infection and needs to be hospitalized for several days. The parents are in a constant state of worry, not just for their child's health, but for the bill that is ticking up with every single passing hour. They might find themselves at the hospital's overseas visitor payment desk, desperately trying to negotiate a payment plan, their holiday fund completely wiped out and a mountain of debt waiting for them. Their dream trip has turned into an absolute financial nightmare. Or think about the solo traveler, an adventure seeker who has a skiing accident in Scotland. They get airlifted from the slopes to a hospital. They require complex surgery on a broken leg and face a long, painful recovery process far from home. Without insurance, they are looking at a medical bill that could easily be more than their entire annual salary. This isn't just a holiday gone wrong. It's a debt that could take them decades to repay, impacting their ability to buy a house, start a family, or save for their future. These aren't scare tactics designed to frighten you. These are the documented, real-world financial consequences of traveling without protection. We've seen the invoices. We've heard the stories from travelers who thought it would never happen to them. A quick search online for NHS charges for overseas visitors will show you the official government guidance and the staggering price lists for various treatments. A hip replacement? That could be over £15,000. A heart bypass? You're looking at well over £30,000, and that's before complications or extended stays. The final warning is simple and stark. Traveling to the UK, or anywhere for that matter, without comprehensive travel insurance can destroy your finances. It turns what is already a stressful medical emergency into a full-blown personal economic crisis. The cost of a good travel insurance policy is a tiny, tiny fraction of a single night in a UK hospital. It's the most important thing you should pack. It provides peace of mind, knowing that if the unexpected happens, you're covered. You can focus on what's most important, getting better, without the terrifying prospect of a life-changing debt hanging over you. So, before you book your flight, before you plan your itinerary, make sure you have your travel insurance sorted. Read the policy, understand what it covers, and travel with the confidence that you are protected. It's the smartest investment you can make for your trip. Thanks for watching. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more essential travel tips. Stay safe and travel smart.